Okay, so hi everyone. My name's K.Short, and I don't know why I say that every time. I feel like you have to make sure you know who you're watching when you're watching, because there's so many people on YouTube you just don't know who you're watching nowadays, and people forget to introduce themselves. So today is my first video of filming for 3 to 5 minutes, probably 5 minutes because I talk a lot, and I guess we'll see what happens. But anyways, I think today I want to talk about becoming a different person. Um, a lot of people know me as someone who has a lot of acquaintances, who's really outgoing, who's really outspoken, who's really out there. And for any of you who have taken the dope birds test, if you Google it, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's 4 kinds of birds. There's the owl, the dove, the eagle, and the peacock. And just like what you think of them is what they are. You know, you have your dove who's very peaceful, very calm, very people-oriented. Your owl who's very detail-oriented, very wise, very logical. Your eagle, who's very headstrong, but still very stubborn, natural leaders. And then you have your peacock, who are always out there, who are always showing off their feathers and whatnot. And so you have a primary bird and a secondary bird, and mind you, we're not gonna base people just based on birds, you know, even though we're animals. But my primary is a peacock, and my secondary is an eagle. So you can only imagine how much of that put together, and how much stuff I want to do with my life. But I think when it comes to being a peacock, it's really, I think a lot of people look up to us in the sense that we have like great social skills and whatnot. And that we're able to really connect with anyone, can talk to anybody, can make that connection very easily, and know how to be social around people and appropriately. And but I've noticed after talking to one of my residents from 2 years ago, I was talking to her mom, and her mom and I are both peacocks. We're both very outgoing, very friendly, very talkative. And I was looking at her, and not looking at her, but I was just talking with her, and she was telling me about how her best friend is her daughter, and which I think is completely great and completely awesome. But she was just telling me, like, she was telling me that she's, you know, lonely. She doesn't have, not lonely, but she doesn't have those people that she could turn to. She doesn't have those best friends. As opposed to, like, usually, like I said, not making assumptions, usually doves have those long-term friends, have those, you know, really loyal friends, and, like, those people that have stuck with them since elementary school or whatever the case. And, I guess I saw a little bit of myself in her, and for her being a woman who is, obviously has kids, so I'm not going to put her age on blast, but I just thought that if I continue to live my life the way that I'm living it, not that there's anything wrong with it, that I'm going to be spending my journey alone, my journey in becoming a famous talk show host, my journey in everything I want to do in my life. And I guess I want to take a different approach to relationships. Her and I both agree that we have many acquaintances, and we'll have acquaintances for days, and we can connect with anyone, but we don't have those people that we can really turn to. And honestly, I think it's because people can't keep up, to be completely honest. We're always on the go, just talking to her. She's like running half marathons. Like, I could barely run a mile, you know, and so it's like she's hiking, and she's kayaking, and she's horseback riding. She's doing all these things that, God, I would love to do, obviously sometime soon. So she did kick me in the butt, was like, come on, grow up. Like, not grow up, but like, have some fun. You know, you're only 23 in summer. But yeah, she's all over the place, and I don't know why we have a struggle with putting in the work when it comes to relationships. You know, like, we could put in that initial first step, but putting in that work is really difficult for us, and I can't really tell you why, but I guess I've been taking a different approach, like I said, and I wanted to be a different kind of friend. I want to be a better friend. I know that I haven't been the best of friend because I'm always on the go. Like, I was that friend that I had to pencil you in to make sure we spent time, you know, and I'm not saying that our time together wasn't memorable or whatever the case, but it's like, it's not one of those things where I just hang out. Like, hanging out to me has to be productive. Like, that's just the kind of person I am. I would love to double dip. I love double dipping. If we're able to have a good time but still get something done, I don't know, like, there's some sort of goal at the end, then I'm fine with that. But I want to be a better friend. And so for the past 3 days, I wanted to put more time into my relationships, or I at least wanted to be there be there when they needed me, I guess you could say, because I'm still very much a peacock, and I will be there when you absolutely need me. But when you just want to, when you, I see a lot of doves who get used a lot, who get stepped on a lot, and so obviously that's not the kind of person I am, and that's not the kind of friend I'm gonna be. I'm that friend that's gonna tell you like it is, whether you want to hear it or not. But I'm still gonna be a good friend, and but yeah, so I've noticed that like I was that type of friend. Like, to be completely honest, I was that type of friend that if you called me at 3 o'clock in the morning, like, it better be an emergency. Like, you are dying, and you can't call 911, but you somehow called my number, I'll definitely answer the phone, you know. But if it's just whatever, you're crying over your boyfriend, I was like, you know, I mean, I don't know. I'm sleeping, so I don't know if I'm going to answer the phone or not. But I guess I want to be that friend that is there, that does the little things. And so, you know, making that conscious effort of being a better friend has been actually a lot easier than I expected. And I think it's interesting because with that goal in mind, situations have been coming into my life where it's like, hey, I need a huge favor. And I'm just like, okay, sure. Why not? You know, I just say yeah right off the bat. Usually I'm like, well, you know, like give and take type of thing. But I was like, no, I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to be a better friend, and it's going to happen. So, point being, I want to be a better friend. I'm a peacock, I'm crazy, and I'm loud, and a lot of people can't handle that. A lot of people can't handle it. I was talking to my friend today. I was like, a lot of people, you either love us or you hate us. Like, there's no happy medium. You just love us or you really hate us, and that's okay. But to all my friends out there, I just want to let you know that I do want to become a better friend, and I do want to make more of an effort. And I think the difficulty is that having a lot of acquaintances is, how do you choose which friends are worth the time and effort? And I guess it's the people who are willing to put the time and effort into you. So, for all my friends out there, or my soon-to-be really good friends, I really want to make a conscious effort, and I really want to become better friends, and I really want to be someone that you can turn to when really needed, and but still be that crazy, spontaneous Kathleen that you love and know at the end of the day. So, that's my goal when it comes to relationships and friendships, going all out. And I think the most important thing I want to end with is that it's not 50-50. It's 100-100, period. So, that's my 5 minutes. I think it might have been a little longer, but whatever. We're going to get better at this. Alright? So, bye world. I will talk to you soon. I will let you know how friendships are happening. Hopefully, you'll see some progression online if you follow me on other things. But other than that, I will talk to you all soon.